Welcome back to the NEC Australian Rally Championship. Right now, the drivers are waiting at the start line for the start of Heat 2, just outside the country town of Taree.
3, 2, 1, go. Flat left, flat crest, into fast left 1.
After his heat win the day before, Simon Evans is again in a good position to win his 5th rally in a row. And he could even win his 2nd championship today if the points fall his way. As you can see, he's giving it everything and not just sitting back and waiting to be handed the championship. The main man standing in his way is team boss Neil Bates. He's a long way behind in championship points, but says he'll not give up the fight and wants to make Simon work for the title. But on this stage, he's over 12 seconds off his teammates' time. Steve Glennie is another man determined to throw a spanner in the works. He came the closest to beating Simon Evans all year at the last event and wins the opening stage of the day convincingly. 12 seconds faster than the #1 TRD driver.
1, go. Fast left 1.5. Keep flat right over crest into short left 2. Then fast right 1.5. Keep in.
Eli Evans held the lead for most of yesterday before his brother moved past him on the last 2 stages. He would love to go one better today after coming so close yesterday.
Then right 1 tightens through if we keep in.
That's destroyed his chances of a heat win, and he's still nearly 16 kilometres to go on this stage.
Left 2. Just go wide on this one. Just go out the back there somewhere.
He'll be working as quickly as he can to try and change the wheel and minimise his time loss. And here's the next man on stage, Brendan Reeves, and it looks like he has a flat tyre as well. What a disappointing start to the day for both drivers. On stage now with Michael Guest. After the disappointment of the day before, the most he can hope for is a good result in today's heat. Back with Eli Evans. He's changed tyres now and heads out onto the stage.
Get it sorted. Got it, you got me?
Go, we've got crest. And here comes the Pertec car of Guest, just 15 seconds behind him. Look at the dust Eli is throwing up just in front of the Fiesta. That's going to make it hard for Guest to maintain full speed. By the end of stage, he's 31 seconds slower than the fastest driver and dashes the hopes he had for the day. Dean Herridge won the last stage of Heat 1 but could only manage 7th for the heat. He starts Heat 2 with the 3rd fastest time on stage and resumes his season-long battle with Neil Bates. And Glenn Raymond puts in a superb drive across the first stage of the day. 5th fastest time is his best result so far this season. Stage 9 is run just once during the event and takes in many fast, shyer roads. But the surface is plastered with heavy dust and loose gravel. Running at the front of the pack is a distinct disadvantage for Simon Evans, but he manages to minimise his losses and holds on to 2nd.
Flat right, 50, fast right, 3 late.
If Steve Glennie can maintain the gap he's built between himself and Simon, he will win the rally. He extends his lead by just 0.8 of a second across this stage. Michael Guest is frantically trying to make up the time lost on the stage before. He sets the exact same time as the #1 Toyota driver Simon Evans, and both drivers finish with the 4th fastest time. His effort also gains him 3 places in the heat. Neil Bates is having another slow start. He is perhaps a bit too careful across the slippery traverse. 10th quickest is all he can manage. Helped by his position on the road, Darren Windus betters Bates' time. The swept surface affording him a great deal more grip than the cars in front. He'll be happy to hold on to 8th outright for the heat.
Wide entry fast, 3 right in. Wide entry fast, 3 right in. Flat left. Come on, make it up.
Another driver assisted by the clean surface is Spencer Lowndes. He takes the stage win, his first for the season, and bounds 2 places up the leaderboard. At the end of the morning block of stages, Glennie has a clear lead and looks in a strong position to win the rally. But there's still a long way to go, and you can never write off Simon Evans. The morning stages were cancelled the day before, so again, Simon Evans' road position didn't help.
No, probably not. But, you know, look, we battled through and we had a few moments in there. We were pushing hard. But, you know, we got to the end and I just kept going in the back of my mind, you know, championship. And that's all I could do.
No point taking risks right now, is there?
No, look, we're in a fantastic position for the event and for the championship. So, yeah, no stupid risks. You know, rallying's all about risk management.
Is it hard to let one go?
It's not over yet.
Steve Glennie has stepped up the pace today, helped by adjustments he has made to his setup during the event, but is still finding it tricky being second car on the road.
It's very slippery up the front. That's one thing I'm having to learn to adjust. Like yesterday was all about adjusting to that and finding where the grip was and where it wasn't. Yeah, look, there's probably pluses and minuses. There's a lot of rubbish and rocks getting thrown on the road by us, but having said that, we're pretty slippery up the front.
Luck has not been on Michael Guest's side this weekend. Yesterday, he lost valuable event points when he was excluded from the event. And today, he has to deal with another dilemma.
Probably the best 2 stages that suited the car in the rally were the first 2, and unfortunately Eli Evans has had a puncher and he pulled out in front of us and we sat at his dust for 15, 16, 17 Ks and we lost easily half a minute there. So I think we would have been pretty close to, you know, being right on the money on that first one. We were within a second or 2 on the second stage, so it's a shame. I think we're in 5th at the moment, but we're only 6 or 7 seconds to get back to 3rd. So, mate, we'll be pushing hard to get back to 3rd this afternoon. It's nice to be in a bit of a scrap. Guys are doing a great job and the car's performing really, really well.
The next 2 stages were raced upon the day before. Simon Evans takes full advantage of the extra grip, and with the road knowledge he gained in Heat 1, he finally wins his first stage of the rally. His brother Eli finished second fastest on the stage before, and is trying hard to make up the time he lost with a flat tyre earlier in the day.
Fast left too long, keep in. Into fast right too long for 70. Bugger, you right, dude?
Yeah, mate, I'm fine.
Well, that's the end of his rally for sure. And there's more drama to come. In the first heat, Steve Glennie won the pass over the Chatham Creek stage. But on its second run in Heat 2, disaster strikes. Deep in the forest, out of sight of our cameras, the rally leader crashes out of the event and will not be seen again for the rest of the day. That instantly elevates Simon Evans into first place. He again sets a scorching pace and is now in clear control of the rally. Michael Guest is also on the charge. He's blasting across stage 11, buoyed by the fact that 2 of his rivals have now fallen by the wayside. Let's see if his experience across this stage the day before is helped.
Medium left minus 30. Half medium right minus.
There's the fastest time so far set by Simon Evans.
Finish 70. Easy left long to stop.
He's done it. He's won the stage, and that's Ford's first stage win of the year. It's a fantastic result for the Super 2000 Fiesta, and Guest has now risen to second in the heat. his highest ranking for the year. So this is how it stands right now in the heat. But, more importantly, if Neil Bates finishes lower than second, Simon Evans will have enough points to walk away from this event with his second ARC driver's title. Next up, the race for victory at the Great Lakes Rally.